Hi everybody, we are three here. Merry Christmas, and we here the best team, the kings of the of our ecosystem, because we want to say bye to 2022 altogether, because we accomplished a lot this year despite of the market situation and all the stuff that is happening with we all these big actors, ex-big actors. So that's a good thing that we see here, and we will stay for long. So I'm going to give you a bit of a resume of what we did this year and what we want to accomplish next short term. And then answering to your question at the end, I will tell you a bit more about the long-term roadmap. I can say something now, but it's like really long roadmap. So the short term, I think is enough for now. And so I'm gonna give you an update. Then Daniel will tell you a bit more about the tech stuff that I cannot at all. So nice that he is here with me right now. And then we will have a special guest. So Marco will introduce, so you stay a bit with him and our special guest. And at the end, remember that there is a prize for the best questions and the most difficult one for me. So we give this prize in honor of Christmas and all the things we did together in the community. So it's good to give back to the community with these small actions from our part. So starting from what we did, basically speaking in general. Hi everybody, I'm seeing a few messages in the chat. So hi everybody, nice that you're here. And a lot of things happened, really a lot. We've seen from the beginning a really difficult sector to get in for mostly for tech difficulties, because blockchain is always in development, really difficult coming from the e-commerce environment, ecosystem. So getting into the blockchain world, we learned, the three of us, well, I'm actually more me and Mark, because Daniel was already prepared. So we were like, we learned a lot and we made mistakes, of course, but we handled really well. So at the end of 2023, we completed all the steps in the roadmap. You remember, we started with the pre-sale. It was really difficult at the beginning, and so we didn't reach the cap. But then the second and the third round sold so fast. And then when we launched the ICO, then the bear market came. So we seen all the effort that we done with marketing. We didn't lose money, but we had to reconvert to get enough for the ICO. It cost us, if we wanted to close the ICO, we could actually close it in a few hours because we had the numbers. But the problem is that we had an average ticket so low, considering the market situation, and it lasted, I don't remember, 2-3 weeks. But at the end, we complied. So, and thanks to this, we could start developing. We could start developing all the tools that we have now, and all the ones that will come, and I will tell you in the update. So it's been, I must say, it's been a really tough year, but at the same time, it was amazing. So we confirm right now, the three of us, that we are here, that the development is still on, never stopped in neither one day. Maybe just I answer in the Telegram group just for the bank holiday. So usual things, but we never stop, you know, with our roadmap. And what else I can add about the development so far? So basically, all the functionalities we have at the moment in KubePay, these are the results of this year. So we had one vision. We still have the vision to convert the cryptocurrencies in a real use for normal people that don't trade, don't do speculation, don't do anything related to investment. So we wanted to give these tools to normal people to buy with the Cube or any other currency. So what we did, we started with the travel industry because it's our sector. And at first it worked because you accepted this concept, but then it needed to evolve. So you need to evolve in a payment method. So the vision is still the same, but it's evolving all the time. What we found out, what we figured out, that because blockchain is still in development and there are a lot of amazing things that still have to happen, so it happening also to us inside the company. Imagine coming from the e-commerce, getting to the blockchain, getting with the same vision, but completely scratch the old idea and create a new one, because this is what the best, what we can do to get accepted in a so difficult market. Imagine that when you do innovation, it's so complicated because there are other actors, but you're just a few, so you cannot copy, learn. No, you have to invent. You have to be so creative, but at the same time so logical, because you need to understand it's acceptable in the market. So for us, this was the difficulty, was more on the concept, on the brainstorming altogether, than on the execution of the development. And we achieved it, because you can already see, apart from, just a parenthesis, the legal stuff, imagine how much we have to study with lawyers to add the credit cards, for example. So there are a lot of things involved around, and we achieved it. So we are here now. I'm so glad that we having this podcast after this amazing and tough year. And I think I completed a bit about the actual. I don't want to get really into the functionality. You know that we already have since 2 days the credit card. This is just a small step for the use case, because it's not use case, but it allow people, normal people, not investor. They had to go to an exchange, convert, then go to make a swap, and then get back to our app, and then change it to a directly. Normal one. I don't know how to use it. Just you buy your Cube and be prepared for the use case. So this is the first small step to it. The big steps will come soon. So it's short term, in the next quarter, and then all the development will focus on the major implementation and totally into marketing. But I will tell you about it. So these are the credit card, the credit debit card, and the swap. We added the new tokens. We will add more in time. The staking, and these are the basic functionalities of this app. But good is still have to come. So this is good, but the best still have to come, and I'm going to tell you right now. So to complete the roadmap of 2022, let me get my notes. So to complete the roadmap 2022, we just need one more thing: the use case of the use case from the development point of view, because there is also the application when to get the client, to the user, to use your Cube. So the first thing is the token integration in platforms. So to clarify that, what we do, we normally do tests also in the market. It's called MVP in the startup world. So MVP, minimum valuable product, if you don't know about it. So we need this minimum valuable product. And what's the best way to do it? With our own platform. Fortunately, we have already. So we have already FlyCube, we already HitCube, we have already partners, so we can start implementing our token integration on our own platforms. Make our mistakes, understand, do our testing, development testing, user testing, and then get on the market strong to amplify the feature for all the partners, all other platform, website, applications, whatever. So this is the main step that is coming soon. It's we are in testing right now. There is Christmas, I told you, bank holiday, so we take a bit more days. I hope you don't get mad about it, but it's just a few days more. And then we will release it. The second functionality, it will take, this is, let's say, it's the most difficult one because it's our target, is the base of our vision, is the instant payment. What does it mean? With the token integration, you can already go on a platform, let's say FlyCube in our case, and buy with Cube. So you buy your trip with Cube. Or any other currency, because the implementation, what I say that it amplifies is because we go to other currencies, to other blockchains, not only our own ecosystem. And but the instant payment feature is the most complicated one. It's the end of the first roadmap. It means that you go to a restaurant or hopefully in a supermarket, and you buy with cryptocurrencies. Let's start with Cube, because this is our currency. But as you have seen, we develop more, so we add more. We add more tokens, we add more blockchains. So you can one day in time, and this is the roadmap 2023, you can do it with also other currencies. That's the idea. We cannot close ourselves to each other, to ourselves only because we want to brand Cube. Cube, it's not only the currency of travel or leisure. It's an asset for us. So it does mean a lot. If you don't use Cube, you use another one, because you are using our system to do that. So it's enough for us, more than enough. So this is the most difficult one, and will come in the first quarter of this year. And then applied to this, there is the API documentation for our partners, because we have to close this year for the development. We don't close the development. Understand actually what I'm saying. We don't close the development. We are like completing the task for this year from the development point of view to get the access for our partners. So the API documentation will come close to a bit before, I guess, before the instant payment, and will be available for the partners, because this is the only thing that stops us, posts us to make new partnerships. So we have already the sales team that is constantly looking for more partners. We had to lower a bit the effort, because companies, people need the product. If we don't have the product yet, they don't have the confidence to use it. And we are not speaking about buying suites. We're speaking about implementing an API. So we are preparing all the documentations for them, and then the sales team will be more than aggressive to comply with the goals to close the partnership with different companies worldwide. And then there is the other one that is connected to our way to work, the previous way to work, e-commerce. It's the marketplace. So the implementation in this short term to complete the roadmap is the marketplace. What's the marketplace? As usual, we start with our own ones, the partners we have at the moment. And I will not get into that much into this, because there is a specific question about it. I will tell you at the end. But basically, it's the e-commerce inside KubePay. So you can use Cube or any other currency to purchase products. You can propose products, of course, it's a free market. So all our partnership, everything will get into KubePay. So as you can see, KubePay is not anymore a place where you can store your Cube. It's a really dynamic app. Our dream is one day we have a totally decentralized app with a totally decentralized phone with a totally decentralized internet, but this is not happening soon. So we are not into that. Our vision goes on another level. So what we're doing now, we are like, it's not mixing is not the right word. We are like making a multitask wallet. So in the same wallet, you can do really a lot of things in time. And what we do, because we are really, really good, I promise, our design team is one of the best in my career. We are really experienced in user experience and UI. So what does it mean? That we know exactly that you cannot put 10, 20 features in an app, because they mix together. See at the exchanges, there are a lot in exchanges, and maybe maybe 2, 3 features, you don't use all of them. There's a lot of confusion there, but it's understandable because it's a trading platform. In our case, it's a product platform. So what we do, we use our experience in UX and UI and make it really simple, because that's the idea, to be minimalist in a new world, basically a new world. So we get the old world from Web 2.0 into the 3.0 with the logic of 2.0, simplifying and getting it as minimalizing as possible. Hope you understood the mix of word I just said. So and there is another thing, but it's more on the back of technology. We need to speed up the app, because we connect with blockchain. The blockchain takes time to confirm the transactions. So what we do, and we have a meeting after Christmas with Cardano. After the holidays with Cardano. So we need to understand, we know already how to do it, we just have to get into that. We want to speed up the process when you open the app and when you do the transactions, basically. So this is also another goal, but it comes from the back. There's no announcement, nothing about it, but it's good that you know that we're working to make not only simple but really fast. Also because we have the oak. Yeah, it's an oak. We have the oak from the logo from Royal Club. We have the oak. A oak means speed, so it needs to be fast. If not, doesn't make any sense what we're doing, and or our logo. So we have to change the logo. And that's all. So short term, I will tell you more during the questions about the long term map. So long story short, this is now a really great year for us. The next one will be more challenging and more amazing. So now the word to the tech department, the old tech department, the CTO of the company, Daniel. So please move forward.
Thank you, Paolo. So I've selected some of the features that we'll be deploying the first half of the year and that I think will be more relevant for you guys. So the first one that I want to share with you is I've seen that you are asking about the Jet stablecoin, the first stablecoin deployed on Cardano. And yes, we are following their development, and they should be released. They should release the Jet on January. So as soon as it's available and it's useful, we'll integrate that. We hope to do it on the first weeks of February. We'll see. Hope everything is okay and they don't just postpone the release again. The next one is the blockchain integration of on the app. So we'll be integrating different blockchains inside KubeCoin wallet. For example, our first goal is to integrate VNB, so you can start to trade and to swap and to use the app with different blockchains. The first one, as I just said, is VNB, and others will follow. As example, Bitcoin or others. We'll have a discussion about which ones are better to implement first, because all of this takes time and takes a huge amount of work behind the scenes. So the process of sending will be the same, but behind the app have a whole new amount of work to do. And it has to be as seamless as possible. We don't want any bug. The next interesting thing inside in the app would be the instant payments. As Paolo said, this won't be only to pay on restaurant, but for you to pay to your teammate, to whoever you want. It will be as easy as I want to receive 10 cubes. You would write that, put your phone, and the other person just would have to put the phone near yours, and that's it. You confirm, and anything else to do. Easy, fast. Enjoy. The other thing, it's that we are really interested in increasing our focus on user experience. We have seen that us in the tech world usually let the normal people behind, and we develop products for ourselves. Thanks to the marketing team, the product team that know how the people understand and how to make things easier. We are putting a lot of effort on the user experience. The app has changed a lot visually, and it will be changing more, and it will be better for all the phones. Right now, I'm not satisfied with how it works on all the phones. I promise you that it will be better. You'll see.
We just started. It's okay.
Yeah, we just started. Also, we are working on the integration with our partner. It's already almost finished. We have tested it, and in January you'll start to be able to buy with cubes on FlyCube. This will help us to work with our partners. That is an example of how this integration will be done. Also, I want you to know, still is an early version. I mean, the process that you'll have to follow, it's easy, but it's not how it's gonna be at the end. It will be more easy and more fast and nicer to use. So for the end, this is not what's gonna be on January, but it will be. You could by just clicking a button, and all the data will be auto completed on your app, and you just have to click. So, and it's integration. For now, you'll have to manually enter your cubes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
As everything, it's takes
No,
time.
it takes time,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything
Great.
else for now.
Thank you, Daniel. Thanks a lot for this. I want to say something I didn't forget before. Well, it's lie, I forgot. But it's really important for us. It wasn't part of the plan, but we need to thank a lot our ambassadors. They handled the community in the best way ever. We created a friendship with them, Milto and Cavs, mostly because we had more before, but then we relied to Milto and Cavs. They're doing an amazing job, guys. Anytime there is a tech question, they are also avoiding more work at the tech team to answer to the question, to the tech questions in the customer service and tech support. So thank you, guys. Thank you, the ambassador. It was really nice meeting you at first. He wasn't expecting like this because, every community got ambassadors. Our ambassadors are our family, our employees. They are totally part of the company. We speak also outside of it. We speak also about personal statistics. That's really, really nice what we created together, and hopefully they will last with us for long. And because we living in so far countries, for privacy, of course, I'm not gonna tell, but one day we hope we can invite them here as soon as the market goes up. So we hope soon, and we will be more than happy to meet in person. Milton and Caos. We've seen each other in video conferences, all these things. So really glad, and thank you guys for all this year together. Really, really, I'm sure that as us, the community appreciate the same at the same level. So, Mark, I think there are a lot of questions there, but I don't know if I don't think they are part, but we can answer maybe at the end. I can spend 10 minutes answering to them.
The plan now is we're going to invite Yusuf from Meld. You will find out some cool things now. After that, it will be like 5 to 10 minutes. Paolo will join again with us, and we'll do the Q&A. We have a lot of questions from you guys that we got from social media. I will read through the ones that we have in the chat. We have been seeing the chat and everything you have said. So we try to select the best ones, or try to answer the newest ones. I don't know, but we'll do our best. So just wait for 15-20 seconds, because now Daniel and Paul are going to leave. Yusuf is going to enter the meet. And after that fast meeting with Yusuf, we're going to move with Paolo with the Q&A. So see you guys.
We'll see you later for the question answer, and also we will reveal the prizes.
Correct. And we will reveal all the prizes for the questions, the 5,000 between 5 people and the 1,000 for the hardest one at the end of the live. So don't leave and find out who was the winner.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Perfect. Welcome back, guys. Now I'm going to change to the camera with our new guest. Here we have Yusuf. Welcome, Yusuf, to the show. Thanks for being today with us. Yusuf is the head of partnerships from Meld. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about Meld for the ones that you don't know what it is and why he's here. So first of all, would you like to do an introduction about yourself and what you're doing here?
Sure. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm really happy to be here. So hi, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me well. I'm Yusuf. I've been working for Meld for very close to a year now. I think I'm hitting around 9 months. So it's been a crazy year so far, and I'm leading all the partnerships, especially every time we work with protocols within the crypto space, but also anything that's Web2 related, any partnerships on that side as well. That's everything related to my job. And I also help the marketing team on a day-to-day with anything that has to do with announcements and writing and strategy about what to do next. So I lead all those initiatives, and yeah, that's kind of a little bit
Perfect.
about me.
Now we know who you are exactly. So
Mhm.
why he's here? Maybe you are wondering why it's Yusuf with us on this yearly update that we have just done, and we will come later back with Paolo too. We just made a partnership, obviously, with Meld. We just launched it yesterday. I hope you saw all the announcements out of our new token, new listing on KubeCoin. So congrats, Meld. You won, obviously, the competition that we launched it, I think,
Yes.
1 month ago. Yeah, congrats. So welcome to the
Thank
fam.
you.
And today at 6 p.m., I think it's going to be in 30 minutes, we're going to launch another big announcement with Meld. So you will see it on Twitter, social media, Telegram, Discord, all the social media. I think that you guys can guess what's going to be. It's quite easy. It's not a big secret, but I think that you're going to all love it. So I'm just anxious to see the announcement. So let's get to it. I'm going to ask you like a couple of questions that we have, so you can introduce the project about you, and so people can find out obviously what we're doing here together. So for my first question, just do a brief summary about exactly what's Meld, what do you do, and what you're building, because there's people that maybe don't know exactly what you're doing. So with just short explanation will help them understand why we're together right now and what exactly do you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a brief summary of what Meld is. Meld is currently a DeFi protocol that's focused specifically on borrowing and lending, and we're currently built on Cardano, and we're currently still and we're slowly reaching our testnet release, which is hopefully going to happen very early in January. So we're a few months away. So we're less than a month away from that, and so it's very similar to what you would see, for example, within the Ethereum ecosystem. Like we're built on the shoulder of giants, like similar to like what Aave are doing right now. And but we have a very unique twist where not only are we trying to do crypto to crypto lending, which means that, for example, you could supply or for example, you could supply Bitcoin, or you can borrow Bitcoin or ADA in this specific case for Cardano, and you can have that lending and borrowing that specific asset. But you can also, or at least, or we're working towards building not only crypto to crypto, but also crypto to fiat. And that's what we
Okay.
really shine with. That has never been done before. That's our kind of our unique selling point, where you'd be able to use your, let's say, ADA as collateral, and then get in exchange for that US dollars or euros directly into, for example, a Meld bank account. So we're trying right now to get our EMI license. We're very close to finalizing that, and we'll be operating under what's called a neobank, right? So
Okay.
we're going to be having our own bank, and we're going to have people who have their Meld bank accounts, and they'll be able to use their crypto as collateral and get directly deposits, or sorry, let's say a fiat currency deposited into their bank account, which they can use to pay for anything. So that's very exciting stuff, and we're super happy. We're super happy to be like pioneers in this space, and bring a whole new, let's say, I don't want to be, let's say, cringy, but we want to meld the world of crypto and fiat together.
Oh, okay. That's quite cool. And congrats for the license, because that's a tough project, really hard process. So congrats on that. I hope you will have it soon, so we can check it out too. We can see some partnership there too. So that's lovely, and happy for you guys. Perfect. So let's move to the second one. Which has been your major milestone since you launched it? You can do like a top 2, top 3, something like that, so people will understand exactly what have you gone through and how did you move, and let's say surpass that goals and that milestones.
So the first major milestone, I would say, is that we were the pioneers with the whole ISPO fundraising mechanic, where we were the first ones to have we were the first ones to raise funds in this way, where people would delegate their ADA to a stake pool, and in exchange would get Meld. So this was a very unique, let's say, a fundraising mechanism, and so we were the first pioneering in that sense, and we were able to raise quite a lot of funds from that, and we're super happy that the community really supported us and believed in our vision. So that happened almost a bit more than a year ago, around that time. Since then, we focused a lot on building a next to our protocol. We focused a lot on building a bridge, which had gone into testnet. So a few months ago, in the summer, I believe we had launched the Akamon testnet, and that went really well. And we saw the first few. Actually, we had like a couple thousand people join in the testnet, and so it was great to see the community testing out our products. And we're currently seeing how the future of this bridge will look like, because
Okay.
we had the multi-chain narrative from the beginning that we wanted to tap into liquidity from all different chains. So this was a bridge between Akamon and between Cardano and Polygon.
Okay.
And I would say maybe the third thing right now that we're super it hasn't happened yet, but we're so close to it. So January 16th is when we expect to release the testnet, and so this is the culmination of 1 year's worth of work, actually
Okay.
even longer to be honest. And the first time the users will be able to interact with the Meld protocol. So they'll be able to take their first loan, try it out, see how it works, supply their token, get a yield on top of that. So it's really exciting, and we're just a few weeks away. So we can't wait to bring this out to the community.
So let's say that probably January is going to be your month, because you're going to do everything on January. So that's going to be the big announcement in January.
We hope so. We hope so. We had a crazy month already in December with close to 25 partnerships, and now we're closing it off and starting with the whole testnet in less than a month.
Perfect, great. Now let's move to the last question. So it will be, what are your plans for the future? But you already told about January, about the landing and everything.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, just drop your biggest announcement now, so people will know what to follow in the next year. I will see how they react.
Okay, so I'm gonna say two things. Number one,
Okay.
one of our biggest announcements is coming out in 1 hour. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so we're about to tweet in 1 hour, almost exactly one of our biggest partnerships yet. So, and that will lead into the future of 2023 for Meld.
Okay.
And the second thing let's say the second biggest thing that's happening is that we're going to be hopefully hitting mainnet. So our protocol will be live on the Cardano blockchain a few months after testnet. I can't tell you exactly which date, because we have to kind of test out everything, but we hope that it will happen just a few months of testing after, and making sure that the audit is done, because we have to make sure that there are no security flaws. But we expect mainnet to be happening very shortly after the testnet, and very shortly I mean a few months.
Perfect.
So that's
There were two big announcements. Announcements. One is happening in an hour, you just said, so people can set their countdowns, and the other one is happening probably in 2023 on the mainnet. So good luck on that, and we'll see which ones will correlate together, partner. So this is just the first step. We just started, let's say, yesterday our partnership. We'll see where we get. We'll rise together. So yeah, Yusuf, thank you for being today with us. It was the yearly, let's say, updates for us. We're closing this year. We're very happy to be here. We're going to obviously grow the next year. It's going to be more awesome than this year. So thank you. Let's stick together. It's going to be really fun. And talk soon, obviously. Thanks for being here today with us. Speak soon.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, and we're so excited to partner with KubeCoin and KubePay as well. And we know that you guys have a huge community, and that it's super loyal as well. So we can't wait to work together and make this an amazing 2023.
That's one of our biggest assets, the community. So thanks to the community too for being here too. Perfect, Yusuf. Talk soon. Thanks.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Perfect, guys. So now Paolo is gonna join me. I have Paolo here. So now we're going to do the Q&A. Welcome, Paolo, back.
Hello.
I hope you missed me. And now we're going to do all the questions. We have a lot of questions. Let me just we have the chat here. Perfect. So now we're going to move to the questions. We have a lot of them. We have the chat too. I will check the chat later. I will try to shoot the best ones, and at the end we will say which ones were the best. So for start, I have a question. It said, beyond a method for payment, in this case KubePay, what other use cases are you considering for KubePay, apart from paying and everything?
It was one of the difficult questions. No, it's basically the use case, the concept of use case. Of course, in our way to do things is a real use. Real use means the the instant payments, but at the same time, there is the marketplace. So all the things that I said before, they all are use case. What I can add to it is something that's really like it's coming at the end of 2023, starting the development. It's our idea is this. It's in the trading part. So we have this issue now with these exchanges. So that's why the idea was already there, but then it started to get some shape.
Okay, sorry, Paolo. I think we're having some lag or some people having problems. So just give me 15 seconds. We're going to check what's happening, and we're going to be back now. Perfect. We're back. I think now it's working fine. We'll see it here as soon as it's live. Hopefully it will be right. So I'm gonna ask the question again so Paolo can answer and you can hear it well, because we had some lag problems. So the question was, beyond a method for payment, in this case KubePay, what other use cases are you considering for KubePay?
So long story short, as I said, I don't know if you heard before, I'm going to really shorten it. We have our target is the real use. So basically, the real use means instant payments, marketplace, all the features that we want to add in KubePay. I told you before, but there is another part of KubeSpace that we've been considering a lot due to the latest events, and it's getting into the exchange world. Why? We really give we really consider that the community is really, really important. We really consider that the democracy is really important, and we are like good people that don't want to hurt anybody financially, and we want to create and grow together with our community. So we want to change also this. It's really ambitious. I know that I'm adding a lot of stuff in it, but it's we have 5 years the roadmap to develop this, and probably at the end of 2023 we start developing our way to do exchange, considering the community as a first asset. What does it mean? We have in the roadmap, it's called XCC, so Exchange Community Control. So this is our a part of the use case. So I'm gonna get it shorter, I promise that. So basically what we do, simple exchange inside KubePay, and then because we're going to have a desktop version of KubePay, downloading the software basically, an exchange controlled by the community. So it means that all the rules in it, and mostly the security and the privacy and the public resources will be considered and managed by the community. That means we will not have any more an FATX. So if we start doing like this, we've seen already in this industry, because it's not big industry, the blockchain. It's big, a lot of money, but not that big. So when we do something, we see the other companies start doing it. We've seen it a lot. So we have an idea, we do an announcement, then we see something similar somewhere else. Maybe it's not that, but it's happening. So we contribute to improve and make the ecosystem, the cryptocurrency and blockchain ecosystem better. So this is it's part of the use case that I wanted to tell you. So that's why I said let's wait for the questions. So the exchange control, community control is the next strong goal for us in the use case part.
Perfect. As Paolo said, we're going to try to answer everything. If not, we're going to do announcements or tweet after the live, trying to answer the ones that we haven't answered. So don't worry if you just wrote a question and wasn't answered. We will do it in the coming week. So
One second, I want to tell you that Mark is taller than me, but it seems like it's really small. Maybe because we moved a lot before, but he's taller than me, by the way.
it doesn't look like, I know, but
Yeah.
reality is different. Perfect. So already Daniel talked about that, but I think it's good to have you here too to give your point on that. And what are your plans for the development of Ethereum, BSC, etc. in the near future?
First one will be BNB. So the first currency we're going to add is BNB from Binance. So yes, we definitely we do two things. Meld is going to be in the future, so the cross chain for the safety of our ecosystem, basically, not depending only on one blockchain. And but this is something that's going to come after we develop the product. But the main thing that's going to happen short term is adding. So it's the multi-chain. So we add more tokens from different blockchains. So not only Cardano. Now Cardano, because we know Cardano, we develop in Cardano, so it's not easy, but it's easier for us to integrate with other currencies, create the swap, any features related to it. Next step is adding other blockchains, starting from BNB, then we add Ethereum, then we add Bitcoin, and all the useful ones. I've seen that before. You answer in the community about this how we select the project we have in. It's not based. We are not Coin Market Cap or an exchange. We select the project on the value of the project. So if the project just started and it's maybe a 5,000 on Coin Market Cap top ranking, it doesn't mean it's not a good project. So we at first, imagine if our partner look at us in the same way, we could never do anything. So we look basically at the use case. That's the first thing. So we list the project that has a strong use case, and of course they are trustworthy as much as we can, of course, because you cannot know 100% it's trustworthy, but we put all the effort. So this is the idea: adding more for the use. Don't consider only the swap or the trading part, all these things. No, it's for the use. So what we're creating behind all of this is a technology that you can use USDT one day or Bitcoin, but through our model, because now the gas fee is so expensive, the transaction timing is so long, so it's not really user-friendly, it's not use case. Bitcoin, for me, it's not good to use it. It's good as an asset. That's my way to see Bitcoin. But we can convert it in something useful for any kind of user, and but it needs to get through our technology inside KubePay. So that's it. So definitely yes, we're going to add more coins.
Perfect. Then I have another one. They really like it because it's a common concern that we have right now on the Cardano ecosystem and general ecosystem because of all the things that we saw this year. I'm not going to tell because you already know. So Cardano has seen in recent months conflicts between developers and big projects like Ardana that closed the doors. So how this affected your growth, development, etc.?
Well, consider this: we are a company, and we think like a company. We don't think like we are friends and community. So what I mean with this? In case of Ardana, you spend all the resources, the $10 million I think they had as an investment from venture capital, on the blockchain part. What we did when the market went down, we started to act like a company and starting with the contingency plans and basically what we did, we said, let's invest in audit. You know, an audit costs about, let's say, I'm just telling a number, minimum $50,000, $60,000. So take this from the development now, when the market is like this. So rethink all the cash flow, all the plan to get cash flow. So the idea in a company in a really difficult situation, and we already experienced this during COVID and all in my life with other companies, but the idea is you have to maintain cash flow to move on. So what we did, we slowed a bit the development, but rethinking the way we were doing development, so to save money and get strong when the time comes. So this is the way we are acting in a difficult situation. I think the Ardana situation happened not only because they had a problem with the development. They had a problem also because the market is like this. There's not purchase intentions, let's say. So when the market like this, is also really difficult to follow up. I'm not saying I'm better than Ardana. I don't know their story. I just read about it, the articles. But our way to do things, when this happens, no feelings, no emotions. We really cold. We act like a company, and the first thing you have to handle is the cash flow. So consider that the cash flow is the main part. Without cash, we could not go on. And also, if the market or you have internal problems or the market is not good, you don't get investments. So it's not okay, well, we are getting out, we don't have enough money, let's ask for money. Nobody gives you money when you don't have money. People give you money when there are marketing people, venture capital or retail investors give you money when the market is in good condition and when you have a strong project. If you have a lack, forget about it. So this is the way we act, and we're still here. Still, we're so small, we started so small, we're still here, and we will stay. So I think we are quite right about it.
Perfect. They have another one. It's similar to this one in terms of Cardano. I think it's the only one, the other one that it's speaking about Cardano. So Cardano is yet to see mass adoption as compared to other chains. And they have top projects on a chain, blah, blah, blah. But in this case, would there be more use cases that you're planning for KubePay and KubeCoin, KubeIn, FlyCube, etc., other than the ones that are listed in the roadmap?
Well, we have a Wikipedia of use case. So the thing is that we have a lot because we have an ecosystem. We have e-commerces and we have the fintech verticals. So I can name you them. I cannot start speaking about it because it's really long. And usually I have to stop speaking that much. So first one, use case of FlyCube is surprise trips. EatCube is surprise restaurants. GoCube that is coming next is about experiences. So we connect the two verticals in a more useful app for experiences during your trip. Helping because we have a lot. So we have Royal Club that is not happening. Is there? Post.
It will come soon.
But we are waiting for better market conditions because if not, there's no sale. So we need to be honest. Totally honest with ourselves about it. Amazing project, but he has to wait. And the good thing that we have an ecosystem, so we can replace with other projects at the same time. We have KubeIn, there's an investment fund. We freeze the because of the cash flow I said before, we freeze the amount. We are already other investors coming. So we say, well, let's stop, let's see how it happens, because our intention is to invest also in the blockchain world, and it wasn't the right time. You can see it's definitely not the right time. I think this year 70% went down in the investment funds worldwide, so we were quite right about it. So KubeIn is the investment fund, and it will involve the community in the decisions of the projects. KubeCoin, of course, you know already about it, the use case, and KubePay, and I think I didn't miss one. No, that's all.
There are a lot.
Okay. So
I think it's enough with all of this.
All of this, yeah.
Perfect. Then
well, there is one thing. Sorry, we are as you asked for it. We are creating the merchandising website. So it takes time because we are doing like in free time because we have a compromise with you guys on the roadmap. But we are creating the merchandising. We hope to release it soon.
Perfect. Then we have another one. From Mayur, in this case, saying KubeCoin is really amazing project with having so many use cases and features. We already saw that, so thank you. What marketing challenges do you have for this project? So we have a lot of challenges. The first one will be obviously always it's the market, because people react to the market. We all know that. Usually people buy the news and sell the dip. So it's not how you do it in this case when you're an investor, but we know that users see it another way. So the first thing is to create obviously a great community. So all the challenges that we have for the next year will be obviously community. All the announcements, the big announcements that we have prepared, like the ones that you saw this week and the ones that you will see next week, about listings, swaps, KubePay, payment, etc. So you're gonna see a lot of things for the coming weeks. So we have a lot of plans for 2023. Mainly will be on the first quarter. We're gonna start with all, let's say, the big marketing campaign with a lot of stakeholders, in this case, like influencers, press, obviously paid advertising, organic advertising, growing the community, etc., etc. So all the big challenges are coming, let's say, this month until February, March. We're gonna give all our efforts. We're gonna see how the market reacts, and we're gonna, let's say, test the market and test you, obviously, guys, with all the announcements, the big announcements that we have planned. So big times are coming now. We're opening the 2023 with a big smile. We're really looking forward to that. So just stay tuned, because you're gonna see a lot of announcements and really cool things that I know that you will like, as Paolo said, of the roadmap, all the milestones that we have. So just stay tuned, and you will see all the magic that we want to give to you guys. So next question, in this case, it's from Raw Dog. It's asking, are you going to implement QR codes for personal payments between people like Cash App and Venmo has?
Yeah, this is it's part of the instant payments and the token integration, but you don't need that if you do it in person. So in person, you don't need to scan the QR code. It's we use the NFC technology like a credit card, so it's easier. So it's one step. You don't need to scan the code, confirm. You just confirm. You put next, and that's it. So I think this is better. I actually personally don't like the QR aesthetics, but it's useful. It's useful for the token integration in platform. It's useful for many things. But more than that, we also have the NFC technology.
Perfect. Then we have two extra for him. The first one is, will Jet or stablecoins be supported when they are launched? We just said we're gonna obviously add it when it's obviously stable and they have launched it and everything, blah 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 blah. So we'll add it after they have done all the launch. So obviously it will be on KubePay. And then I have one for you. That's any plans for a debit card, or will they have function like a debit card, like Apple Pay, Google Pay at some point?
Yes, they are in the marketplace, definitely. So we don't close ourselves up only for crypto industry. So when there is a market and people are not ready, only 100% for crypto, they will never be. Banks will be still on, so everybody will still on. We just disrupt the market and get our niche. So, and possibly not replace, but like get more shares of the market than banks. So that's the idea of the blockchain world, blockchain, the cryptocurrencies financially. So definitely, yes, there are, consider Flykube, for example, in the marketplace. You have a payment with cryptocurrencies, you have a PayPal, you have credit cards, debit cards, you have Google Play, Apple Pay, any other kind of payments. That is worth the effort, because there are commissions. Like, for example, we have trouble with PayPal because commissions are really high compared with the other providers for credit cards. So we try, to make the customer to pay with credit card more than PayPal, but definitely we don't discard any other payment method. Of course, we don't create the payment method with credit card. You will probably not see a card with Cube on it so far. So, but because we have another vision. But yes, when we accept money, build the ecosystem to still grow, yes, we need to accept any payment method. It's open-minded.
Great. Then I'm going to do the last question, and then I'm going to move to the chat because we got a lot of questions, so probably going to be cool to answer some of them. So the last question will be, what are your top 3 priorities and plans for 2023? So plans we already know, but I would like you to do these top 3 priorities in life. Let's see what you're going to say.
Let's see if it's the same for you.
Yeah.
So the first priority now is the instant payments. So we want the use. We want to start with that because it stops us for the partnerships and everything else. So we need that. First priority. Second, my personal, and by needs to be approved by the board, by my team, of course, Marc, Daniel, and the other members. So it's the change the world of exchanges. So what I said before, the community control of an exchange. But I don't know if it's going to happen for real, because it's really, really like an environment that we need to study before. We need to study a lot. That's an idea. But if you contribute, happy to have your opinion about it. And the third one, it's the last step of our roadmap, fully decentralization, governance. So community and contributors decide on the services, on the taxation, everything related to our lives. So it's not only Now we're a company, we expand, but we don't have any making decisions in the daily life of people, and we don't want to. We want the people do them for themselves. Like you have your own wallet, which you pay the other decentralized wallet. We want this expanded to the normal life. Decide about taxation, decide about kind of services, decide if you want a government, and this is really ambitious vision, if a government has to spend so much money for a war, or it's better to spend it for peace, or philanthropy, all these things. So don't want to appear like the good guy, but I want my ecosystem contribute and be significant to change our lives for better in our decisions when it comes for social and the things of our lives. So that's the final goal. That's why it's the last one in our roadmap, and it doesn't involve really the Cube ecosystem. This is another thing that will come when we will be already successful. Me, Mark, Daniel, the community, everybody with our company. So we took our profit. As I said, we in 3 years maybe will get the money from Cube. We want the token value to go up. That's not a secret. I'm not gonna say you how much we'll get. I don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know. But I want token value to go up and up and up. Also because this is my selfish profit, as everybody. So all together, we create this ecosystem. We go up, and one day, hopefully, when we all satisfied with this, let's start to contribute to the world. So that's my third goal and the most important one. And because it's the most important, it's really long term.
Perfect. So I will agree with instant payments. Then in this case, I have the real use. I think it's a really big problem on blockchain. There's no real use usually. That's why we are focusing everything on real use. So I think we have to focus on real use, start with the real use. As we said, partners, instant payments, payments online, everything with real use related. And the last one, obviously, is to grow the project, maybe be on the 5,000 below positions on market cap, for example, because that means that we have all the resources to create everything that we want, like they change the community control that Paolo said, the future ecosystem for social benefit, etc. So in this case, it's my point of view, it's all focused on real use, instant payments, and obviously growing all the ecosystem to make sure that we are all satisfied, community, people, everything, and then move to the social part where we create our wonderful world, let's say in a way, that take care of people and looks for people and wants to grow all together. Perfect. So I think we answered some of the best ones. Now I'm going to check some of the ones we have here in the chat. I'm going to look on the screen. I'm gonna check here some of them. Let me see. Can we expect an utility of Cube in American Express style, like paying with Cube can give you loyalty points, or the structure accepting your payment will upgrade for free your booking if possible?
Yeah, the proof of use is part of the roadmap. In 2023, you'll get a cashback when you purchase with Cube or with our payment system. So definitely yes.
Seeing some love messages. Thank you guys for being here. Obviously, I'm supporting the project. Really happy that you are here with us today with the last podcast of the year. Let me check.
I don't need a coffee.
Yeah.
No, I don't drink that much coffee. It's Friday. It's a bit tired, working a lot. But yeah, no more coffee.
Then we have some price questions. You know that we don't usually answer those questions. Then we have the typical one saying that are we planning to list on Binance on 2023?
Well, we're planning to list on Binance today. The thing is the market condition not good to get enough volume to get on Binance. Costs of the market making part is really complicated, considering the situation, basically the volumes. Binance, I don't think is considering right now in the situation we have. I don't know anything about it because it's really closed. We updated the application a month ago. We need to put more effort. We need to get up in the market, and Binance is the first one. And also there is the FTX thing. So imagine how complicated it can be now to get listed on Binance. So, but as soon that's what I was speaking with Mark too. As soon as Binance got interest in us, we of course consider it, but we need to consider costs as well. So definitely we'll try our best to get there, but there must be market conditions. We're already almost there with other blockchain, with other exchanges. We stopped not the negotiation because we were already going to sign the contract. There is a sort of responsibility from our part. We cannot get there. The cost of market making are really high, provide liquidity, all the things you have to do with an exchange. It's not just get list and that's it. That happens with swaps. That's happened with also with DEX is complicated. But with exchange it's really complicated because you have responsibilities and the amount of money you need to use and liquidate. So get there for this is quite high. So do I get on exchange and don't get volume and maybe the token value goes lower, downer, or I spend in development, make good announcement like Marc did, create a credit card, centralize in KubePay and get more results. And that's what we did and it worked. Actually, our KubePay right now has more volume than our exchanges. That's a fact. You can see in Cardano Scan or check your transaction, wherever, you can see that we have a lot of volume. It's not high, like during the bull market would be like 50 times more or 100 times more, definitely, but it's higher. It's higher than our markets. It doesn't reflect because it's not a market, it's not an exchange, you're not trading on it, so it doesn't reflect, but it's there. And you can see that passively, indirectly, it affects the markets because this money somewhere go. So if they buy Cube, they go somewhere else and probably go to exchange and it affect the market. So we see that it's working like this, and I don't want to say I'm always right, but like when you keep the cash flow and you put all the effort to keep the company strong, then things come by themselves.
Perfect. Then I have the last one, I think. It's Noah who's saying, just can't say it enough, building in the beer. Thanks. Can't wait to see what 2023 has in for this project. You will see it soon. Will KubePay also be allowing to buy ADA through credit/debit? KubePay app just gets better. So
No, for a simple reason, it's not legal. So our token, consider that Cardano ADA is a security token. Guarantees, let's say in this way, really, really short, guarantees our security because there is a blockchain behind. So it's called security token. We are an utility token. You use our token, and it's our token. So in order to use it, you need to buy it. So we are allowed to sell it for anything, for things or for money or for whatever. We cannot sell a 30-part token, mostly if it's a security token, because there are a lot of laws, regulation about it. It's not true that the crypto market is not regulated. There are a lot of things already regulated. One of them is this one. We can only sell right now our Cube. That's why we're going to apply to the Bank of Spain soon. We're just waiting for development, basically, because we cannot do anything at once. You see how many things we have going on. But we apply to the Bank of Spain soon to be allowed to create the community control exchange and to sell other tokens like any other exchange, like Binance or any other, with credit debit card. So definitely, but right now only Cube. We are allowed only to sell Cube. It's fine for us at the moment.
perfect. So I think that was all. We have a lot of questions we know already. We know that we haven't answered from the Telegram or Twitter. So as I said at the beginning, we'll do like a summary. We'll try to answer them on social media, do posts, or do like a Medium or Reddit article, so you can see all the questions with the answers. So don't worry, your question is going to be answered in the next week. We have a lot too in the chat. Don't worry, we're going to check them too and answer them on this article on the next week. So I will do my final statement, then Paolo will do his final statement. So thank you guys again for being here today with us on this monthly/yearly updates with Paolo. In this case, I'm in his show.
Yeah, I'm the...
So thanks for being again today with us. Thanks for this 2022. It's going to be tough and fun at the same time. We will see what 2023 has for us. Hopefully it will be all flowers. We had a lot of emotions this year. We have a lot of plans, really cool features. So just stay tuned, stay with us, because it's going to be a really, really fun year. And I'm just grateful for all of this. This was my statement. Now it's Paolo's turn because it's his section. Yeah. So you can close your last monthly updates of this year.
Okay, so first of all, Merry Christmas and have a great holidays, everybody. And we are going like to chill a bit during these days, not enough because we need to work a lot. And Christmas for us is on Sunday, so it's good. We work more this year. But I want to say something really important. We started from bottom. We started from a market that is down. We launched in a really bad situation because we had a compromise with the community and we had already money put in exchanges, in a lot of things, in liquidity, in development, hired people. So we needed to launch the token on the market also, despite of the market conditions. We just changed the strategy. We got slower. So that's what I said before. So consider that we are starting from bottom. We see a lot of volume, considering the situation in our KubePay. Anytime we do something interesting, it reflects in our markets, Gate or Wabi or the other ones. So we see that what we're doing now, all the effort we put in now is giving results. And we know that when there is a bull market, it will give more results, a lot more, a lot of times more. I'm not speaking about the value of the token. I'm speaking about the potential of this ecosystem. So we see that I personally see all the effort we're putting is not vain, and it's actually really, really potential. And when you start from the bottom, you have to lose, but not that much, you know. So starting from this, if we get to the bull market and we get strong there, there's nothing for the others. So we also are part of blockchain community. We are part of so many projects and networks in our community, but we want to be the first. We are a company and we see competitors everywhere. So we want to be the first, and that's why I say that starting from this, having all this and having results in that situation, it means that this is so potential and it's gonna be great. I don't know when, but it's gonna be great when the time comes, when there will be the first signals of the bull market again. So thank you guys, and I'll see